to the Pulse. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pulse Faculty Network's webinar update. If you're joining us live, and if you're watching this afterwards, enjoy. I have with me Gina Seprabon, Joanne Powell-Kaufman, and Sharon Gusky, who are representing the Faculty Networks group. So without further ado, I'll hand it off to Joanne.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. My role here is largely to introduce the Faculty Networks group and then hand it off to Gina and Sharon, who are going to share some of the good work that they've been doing. I'm going to share my screen here so that you can see what, excuse me, oh, we don't want to see Constance. Right, so if you're watching this webinar, then you're probably familiar with some of the many reports that call for greater student engagement in STEM courses and increased student retention in STEM courses. Indeed, there's a national need for this.
Joanne, we're still looking at me.
We're still looking at you.
Yes.
I'm going to have to look. Let me see if I can try again.
Okay.
Desktop. Is this better?
Yes.
This is better.
Perfect.
Okay. Great. We're now on slide 2. There's also a growing foundation of scholarship that provides a foundation for this in the form of evidence-based strategies for improving student learning and engagement. We could cite many things. One of the more recent reports was just in 2012, the Deaver report. With this has informed all of these reports informed the Vision and Change movement and the Vision and Change conference of a couple of years ago that really called for the life science field to refocus on certain concepts and core competencies and to change the way that we teach. And while there's a growing consensus behind this, actual affecting change is complex and difficult. Last October, the Pulse Fellows were called from across the country, from community colleges and research-intensive colleges and liberal arts colleges and comprehensive universities. We were asked to address the challenge of department-level change. And in October, we self-assembled into 4 groups, each looking at a different aspect of change. The Raising the Pulse group focused on increasing awareness and advertising really the need for change and celebrating change. Taking the Pulse group is working to develop assessment rubrics and recognition or accreditation frameworks. The Pulse ambassadors are looking into how to train people who could really go to departments as facilitators and work with departments to do what the faculty there really want to be able to do, which is to affect change in their courses and to advance student learning. And then the Faculty Networks group focused on how to empower the people who are really doing the change, and that's the faculty. So developing research resources and encouraging networks to support faculty. Now, since October, each of those groups has evolved and has interacted with the Pulse community. I should mention that the Faculty Networks group is considerably bigger than just the 3 of us here today. It also includes Taylor Allen, Loretta Brancaccio-Torres, Heather Belmont, Jonathan Cummings, Jenny McFarland, Todd Prim, Joel Schildbach, Whitney Schlegel, and Gabrielle Weinhausen. So the Faculty Networks group has done a number of things, and we really won't talk about most of them today, and many of these are collaborative with other Pulse groups or with people in the Pulse community. It's included working with professional organizations to develop collaborative strategies to encourage change, strengthening connections between life science faculty and teaching and learning centers, or in some cases local experts in faculty development or teaching, hosting and helping to organize regional workshops, and then developing and organizing online toolkits of resources that support faculty as they implement the vision and change recommendations. This has really been a collaborative effort of many different Pulse fellows from different groups as well as members of the Pulse community. Today, in this webinar, we are highlighting a community effort to develop online tools for workshops, and specifically the project that Sharon and Gina have really been spearheading. But it's important that we acknowledge, too, the other people who have been working on this, including Karen Klychek of the University of Wisconsin River Falls, Amy Molnix of Earlham College, Susanna Clapp of Fairfield University, Bill Searle of, I'm going to mess this up, Asnuntuck Community College, and Mary Smith of North Carolina A&T State University. At this point, I'm going to hand it off to Gina and to Sharon. Release the screen share here. And Sharon, or Gina, is going to tell us a little bit about these sites.
Thanks a lot, Joanne. Let me get myself together here. Hold on a sec. Okay, how's that look?
Looks good.
Okay, so, well, essentially, you know, we're all here today because we're interested in the initiatives of Pulse. And when we get to the main website here, what we really want to do today, anyway, is to get into the Faculty Networks group. So we're going to go over to the right-hand side here and scroll up a little bit, go over to the right, and we're going to click on Faculty Networks, see what happens. And here we are. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. And this Faculty Networks group, you can read about it a bit here, is really all about supporting faculty and inspiring faculty as they try to adopt some of the recommendations from the Vision and Change report, documented. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at some of these initiatives for workshops by this group, and we're going to come down and scroll down here and try to find our little link here, tiny URL link, and we want to click on that. Here we go. So when you do that, you're going to get into the workshop page, and essentially the first time you come through this, in order to really get access to what we have here, you're going to have to take a minute and create a new account on the right. And you can read through this at your leisure. The directions are very clear, but you need to fill out a new account form, and you have a link right here to do that. And then you'll be given some information to set up an account, and you want to make sure, this is the important part for us anyway, is that you click on the enrollment key. Down at the bottom you'll have an enrollment key. And the reason that's really important is we're going to show you in a minute, there's a survey that we really could use your help filling out, and we need you to hit that enrollment key to be able to access that survey, and it's a short survey, so that's something to consider. Now, let's just pretend that we already have an account, and once we do that, we can come over to the left here, and we can just come on in and sign in like just about any other type of website with a username. We put mine in here, and a password, and just cross your fingers that this works. It's worked thus far, but you never know how these things will go. So I'm going to log in. And yay, it worked. And so essentially now we're going to get a little bit more access here to some of the materials. And you'll notice a nice navigation set of headings, table contents on the right. That's what I'm going to rely on. But I want to show you up here at the top the survey for Vision and Change. And so you would click on that once you got your account, and if you could fill that out, and really it will not take long at all. If you could fill that out, that would help us so much. We really want to get data and feedback regarding our participants' familiarity with Vision and Change and the document, if any. And you know, we want you to be totally honest with that. You know, it's very important that we understand you know just how much people know about this, and our quest is to make sure many people know about this. So we want to have a baseline here. So if you can do that for us, that would be great. So what we're going to see here is, if you scroll down a little bit further, is a welcome and introductions component. And Joanne talked about the Pulse Initiative, so I'm not going to go into that, and I'm sure you're very very excited to peruse this website and see what we have to offer here, which is a lot. And so I'm not going to go into Pulse per se, because you have a lot here for you to look at it at your leisure. But what I do want to do is I want to encourage you to join and become a Pulse partner. And when you do that, you know, you're going to have an opportunity to really join a forum of over 800 life science educators. So that's something that we would really love for you to do. And to be able to participate in our online workshop as well as other initiatives. Okay, so excuse me. Go down a little bit further. What we're going to see here is an introduction to Vision and Change, and so I'm not going to go into that in any detail because Joanne did mention it, but there are some nice links that I want to draw your attention to here that you can go into to understand a little bit more about how this all came about. And so these links are nice. You can click right on this PDF link here, Vision and Change, and get the actual Vision and Change report, which is well worth reading. And it's actually part of the online workshop is to read that document, and there'll be discussions and all sorts of things based on that document. This is a great document to start with and to share with your department. Our subgroup is all about helping you to help your faculty and your departments to share information about this and to grow. And so, it'd be great for a workshop at your own institution to go over these documents and also to do the online course. So you can read about some of these things, and there is actually a very nice a PowerPoint here as to why we should change. I'm going to see if I actually, hold on here. I'm going to click over here on the right and see if I get an easier access. Yeah, let's see if this is what I want. No, I goofed. I'm going back. Sorry. It's over on this side. Why change? Okay. What I want to show you actually is the fact that you got this nice PowerPoint. Now, let's see if I can get it to open up here. I think this is a PowerPoint that's worth showing, in your own departments. And this is one particular slide that I wanted to share with everybody. And you can, go through this PowerPoint at your leisure and see why the urgency for changing the way we deliver life science education in the United States. But this diagram really captured my attention for STEM. Yeah. Yes.
We're not seeing the diagram, so
you're not able to see it. Too bad. Yeah. Okay, it's a great diagram, by the way. Okay, let me go back here. Let's see. Let's go back here. Can you see the navigation bar on the right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, here's the Vision and Change. Okay. Let's see if this helps. Yeah. I don't know why it's not coming up.
You just need to go back to screen share and share the PowerPoint instead of your browser.
All right, let's try that.
So.
Yep, hold on a second, it's loading. All right, wait a minute. Let's try this. Here it is. Yay, I found it. How's that?
Perfect.
You really have to be coordinated to be a fellow. For sure, I'm telling you. Okay, so sorry about that little glitch, but it was well worth it just for you to be able to see this one slide, and because it's more dramatic entrance now. But what you see here, of course, is the STEM pipeline and what's called the leaky pipeline syndrome, where we have great interest in this country of people going into STEM fields, but they leak out before they complete either their degrees or before they rise to any leadership positions, particularly in women. And I'm at a women's college, so this is particularly, I'm sensitive to this. So this is well worth sharing with your departments. All right, I'm going to click out of here and come back to this. Okay. Can everybody see this?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. All right, so essentially, we're almost done with this part. When we take a look at these the computer's just not cooperating for some reason. Nothing seems to be coming up. All right, let's go back here. Yeah. When we go through the workshops and you go and see what we do here for the workshops that we're trying to promote today, what you're going to see are 3 components, and I'm showing you one of the online units here for reading that vision and change document. So you're going to have an online component with most of our workshops, and that's something that could be done individually or with your whole department. And this happens to show you some unit assignments for the vision and change component of the online document. And if we go back a ways here, we can also see other units here as well on that online structure. Okay, and we also have an in-person component, and we are sponsoring a regional Western New England workshop here soon at Bay Path College on June 8th, and there'll be others